Oh, well, we have our little beloved Charles of the household of Goffer. Eh? No wonder you changed your picking names to Windsor. Eh? The Goffer bomber, the German bomber. Anyhow, what's this twit got to say? This expensive, overgrown twit.
That's in order to provide us with what we take for granted. How are we going to be able to put it back? I think Transylvania is an absolutely key issue that has to be addressed.
What do you love the most about Romania?
It's the timelessness of it, which is so remarkable. And almost out of some of those stories one used to read as a child, it's quite remarkable. People are yearning for that sense of belonging and identity and meaning.
What a load of crap. What planet is this boy on? Eh? People are longing for that, oh man, sense of belonging and being. No, they're not. They're picking struggling matey boy to pay the bills. They're not in any way, any form, doing what you say they're doing.
What do you love the most about Romania?
Yeah.
It's the timelessness of it, which is so remarkable. And almost out of some of those stories one used to read as a child, it's quite remarkable. People are yearning for that sense of belonging and identity and meaning.
I mean, truly, this is the so-called future king of England with his adulterous wife. He hasn't got a clue. The next time, if ever he gets a clue, it will be when he's sitting in the council house trying to pay the pigging bills, trying to pay for the food, trying to pay everything off. He hasn't got a clue. Not a sodding clue. People are expecting to get by each and every day and to survive each and every day. And it is very hard when you've got a government that penalise you for doing good, for doing well, for prospering. The more you prosper, the more taxes you pay. And the less you get back. This buffoon knows nothing. Hey? I mean, can you imagine him in a post office with his water bill? You'd give him a slap, wouldn't you? You'd slap him. And in fact, he's that tall, you'd actually just knee him in the face, because he's only small. He's only a small little beggar.
And we have to rediscover some of these aspects.
Really?
Of the way we produce food and live with and maintain and give back to nature.
So how do you do that, boyo? Industrial farming you want to get rid of. And it just not. He's on and off a planet, isn't he? I mean, you can't go back to growing things via the nature, sad to say, unless you open up gardens in houses to produce natural food. Because most of the lands nowadays, especially in the UK, have either been developed by developers and stuffed houses on it you all get. You'd know that if you were living the real life. Or the EU has ordered the rest of the grounds, well, most of the grounds, to be set aside, not to be grown. No crops to be grown on them at all. But he don't understand. He's away with the clouds.
If we are to make sure this whole system continues.
The system continues so I can get my money off the taxpayer and live my adulterous, stupid life talking to plants, as I do, because I'm Charles, the future king of England.
Well, get rid of your car. Get rid of all those cars. Get rid of all those picking High growth, for instance. Get shut of that. Why did you pigging buy that in the 80s? Get shut of that. All the pigging eating costs, all the money going into that. Spoiling the environment, the ozone layer, matey boy. Get rid of Buckingham Palace, turn it into a pigging hotel. Come down with us and live the common life. But oh no, 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 no. And he, no doubt, is a eugenist, like his father. You know, kill off the poor, kill off the basic taxpayers for that amount. Those on the dole, whom government has mostly put on the dole, which includes soldiers that have fought for the country, they should be put to death according to his father. The homeless should be put to death. The imbeciles should be put to death. The disabled should be put to death. And then as this goes on, more and more categories come in. So you empty all the hospitals because they would just put them in the showers and gas them. And then it goes up the line, and then there's a standard put. And then who is to work the land? Who is to work in the factories? Who is to produce stuff? You can't, because they've got rid of them. These idiots. Because these won't soil their pigging hands. And they haven't got a clue how to grow stuff and how to produce stuff. And they wouldn't go into factories to produce stuff. They're away with the frigging clouds, a lot of them. He wouldn't be able to wear this if it wasn't for the common man. Or this, or this. Or even have his hair done if it wasn't for the common man. Or feed his pig in face if it wasn't for the common man. Or have the money if it wasn't for the common man. And down the pigging years, this lot of so-and-sos have robbed everything from the common man, even down to their children from the common man. And have made themselves extensively wealthy and taxed the common man to the point of bleeding them dry. That's why Charles I, one of the reasons Charles I was taken away. Apart from the Second Civil War he began, bringing in the Scots and the Irish to attack the British. He taxed the people, bled them. These are buggers. They put on a dirty, I don't know, it really gets me because they put on a face of respectability, but behind it they'd stab you in the neck without a second glance. We are just dirt under their fingernails. Always have been, always will be.
And that's why human cultural system.
What's your reaction to the news about the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge?
How do you know another radio station?
What a stupid man and what a stupid remark. What was that about? You're supposed to be more educated than this git here that is speaking. This peasant. And this is what you come out with. Dear me. Hey, you're not a radio station. Hey, come on.
You're now another radio station.
Oh, you're a picking clown, mate, who talks to plants and likes to commit adultery.
No, I'm true, of course. Very nice thought of grandfather wrote about it. So that's splendid.
Yeah, that's
And I'm very glad my daughter was getting better. Thank goodness. Thank you very much.
Well, this, of course, is the one he committed adultery against, and then she committed adultery against him, and so the filthy, dirty pot goes round and round, whilst Blanche sits in her palatial 84-bedroom pigging palace, draining off the taxpayer, as per usual, being fawned over by the idiots, who don't realise that she would kick them in the teeth as much as look at them. But oh no, they will stand up and they will defend royalty to the last breath, until the pigging penny drops, if it ever dropped, with them facing the pigging royals. Because I tell you something, if they ever face the royals face to face, they would realise just how much the royals despise them. Absolutely despise them. But there is this with certain persons that are idolatrous. It's like Calvin once said, the human heart is a factory that churns out idols. And in this particular case, the idols are the royals. I mean, we should get rid of making idols of people and things and objects, etc. Knowing that we have a heart of doing this, so we have to deal with it. But these boys won't. They put people on pedestals and they worship them, not knowing really what they're about. It's only when they meet them that they go, oh, buggery. And in fact, some won't. Because they're so deluded, utterly deluded, that even if you were to bring these filthy, dirty, child-molesting parasites to them, to meet them, and to smell the stench of evil that's on them, they would still fawn. They would bow and curtsy and kiss their hands and all this and the other. By heck, because they're so away with it. They're so away with it. Sad, really. It's like these chaps, isn't it, that we have in high places, judges and cabinet ministers, and they come out of these churches and they're following the bones of, like, Thomas à Becket, and they're kissing the bones of Thomas à Becket. Yeah, this actually goes on. I mean, these are grown men, well-educated men, men in authority, and they're kissing the relics of dead so-called saints. I mean, how dark are these people? The royals, as an Englishman, I want to have nothing to do with this debauched German house of infidels and child buggers. Madge, or Blanche as we call her, soon covered up Jersey, her private island, over those children being buggered and sacrificed to Moloch. And Edward Heath was in attendance, and he used to bring his children, these children that trafficked to him on his yacht, the Morning Cloud, and he used to bugger the children and have somebody, according to the information, thrown overboard. That's the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Ex-Prime Minister. Wickedness in high places. Well, we'll leave it at that. And hopefully Molly's not burnt my tea, got my tea. Bye-bye.